Bryan Pate here. I have the Capto Gen 2 already set up on the putter. I'm going to turn it on, and what we're going to do is we're going to use this in the free mode. So I don't have it set up to the computer or iPad, so it's turning on. When it first turns on, it tells me the last player that was loaded into this unit was myself, and the putter is the same putter I have on right now. If I click the top button and scroll through it, currently it says there's 0 sessions, 0 strokes saved, and there's 100% battery on here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click the bottom button. That's going to scroll through the modes. I'm going to scroll through until it gets to the aim mode. So it's on the aim mode. I'm going to use the top button to click through app calibration, steel shaft calibration, or graphite. I'm going to go ahead and select steel shaft. I'm going to select the bottom button to say enter. It says steel shaft calibration selected. Get ready to acquire target. And this could be done many ways. I'm just going to put a little hole in the ground where I'm going to putt from. I have a tee next to it just so when I go retrieve the golf balls and come back, I know where that hole was at. This could be a marker on the ground. It's waiting, it's saying 3. So you could stand behind it, you could aim it, hold it for 3 seconds and pause. But what I have is I brought out a laser. So I have it turned on, set up right at the middle of the cup, right at the middle of the pin. Found a straight putt right here, and as I hold it, the countdown's beginning, 2, 1, 0. Now it's live. So on the screen itself, it's giving me real-time feedback where that putter aim is at. So if I come up, put it right next to the laser again, bounces around. Once it turns green, now it's saying 0.2. I come out, move in. So it's going to give us real-time feedback where the aim is at relative to where we set it up to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that laser out of the way, turn it off, put the golf ball on the dot I had selected already, and then from there I'm going to run through my routine. I can start behind the ball, come into it, aim the putter face, set my body. If I wanted to, from here I could take a look at the screen. 0.0, so that's a pretty good aim. If I stand behind it one more time, walk into it, aim the putter face, set my feet, take a look. Again, there's 0.2, so pretty close. I'm gonna go ahead and roll a putt. And as I roll a putt, it's gonna start storing the data in the device. So let me roll a couple putts here. Set up to it. As I'm setting up to it, the top upper left corner will turn green when it's ready to receive the stroke. And then after the stroke is completed, it's going to pop up with the 3 items that you have set up on the unit. To figure out what they are, I can select the top button to click through, and right now it's saying it's face aim, face the target at impact, and the change of the face from the aim to impact. So here's a couple more putts. Roll through it. Now if you're using the line on the ball, use the line on the golf ball. I'll set up to that one, aim it. If I want to check it, I can look down. There's 0.7, positive 0.7, so slightly to the right. As I made my motion, I look at it and it says face aim was 0.1, face at target was 0.4. So before I took the putter away, there's just a little closing action. And then when I returned to it, it just opened up just slightly, but it started pretty straight down the line. Grab those golf balls back. Now what I could do is on the bottom, I can select the bottom buttons and it'll go to the next screen as impact. Now what it says is it says take address. So I'm going to go ahead and set up to it, aim my putter. I'm ready. The screen turned green and now the screen says ready. Go ahead and make a stroke. It's going to capture the data and it's going to pop up the 3 parameters on the screen for a second or two. So you can go ahead and look at it, say, okay, there were my numbers. Now it goes back to take address, so it's going to hide the live numbers. Now on the bottom, I'm going to select the bottom button again. It goes to real time. So real time now, what it's showing me is the shaft lean. So these are the 3 parameters I had selected on the device. And again, if the parameters change, selecting the upper button a couple times will cycle through the player and it'll say what is the display showing. So right now the display is the shaft, how much forwards and backwards it is, the aim, and the face change on these strokes. So now it's in real time. So as I set up to my putter, I could see here that the shaft lean is 0.9, so it's a little bit backwards. So if I was training the shaft lean, I could have that set for the upper parameter, bottom or middle, whichever one you want. But I could set up into it a couple times. So okay, there's my face aimed. The aim is live. Shaft is saying there's 0 for the shaft. There's my stroke, and it says face change was minus 0.6, so it's slightly closed to where it started. So you have the aim mode, you have the address mode, you have the live mode, and then if you push the bottom button one more time, it shows hidden. So that's going to hide all the numbers on the screen, just give you a blank screen, but it's still going to show at the top the little red and green box for ready or not ready. It's going to show you the Wi-Fi's on and also how much battery is left. So in this mode, it's still capturing the data. So if I hit these next 2 putts, the screen's off, so it's blank. The only thing I can see is the little box in the upper corner turns green when it's ready. Put another golf ball in play. When I look down at the screen, it's still blank. So it's just hiding the data. So Capto turned green and hit. So that's just using it in live mode, not hooked up to anything. And now what we'll do is we'll bring in the iPad, connect the device to the iPad, and it will let us download the strokes that we just made. So it'll give us the full information on all those strokes. So this could be done right away. This could be done later in the day. So if I wanted to, I could go play golf, keep this on, turn it on, use it on the golf course throughout the day, turn it off maybe between holes to save battery. And then after the end of the round, I could upload all the strokes to see how the strokes changed throughout the different lengths, the different slopes, the left to rights, the right to lefts. And if you're doing that, you might take some notes on what putts you had, how long they were, and what the break was on them, just so you can look back at the data and see how the data changed to the putts you had in real time on the course or on the putting green. So there's using the live mode in the Capto 2. Hope you enjoyed.